Good afternoon. My name is Paul Alberti. It's almost 6 p.m. here where I'm at, and today I wanted to do a story about about Scotia Bank. Like the way I'll put it is buyer beware. I purchased a vehicle from through their financing. Everything was good on September 6th of 2019. I bought a Grand Cherokee Jeep, 2019 Jeep, brand new. I was really excited because this was the first time I've ever bought a vehicle in my time. But buyer beware, I say. I started with to find out that the first thing that I found out was that they on September 19, 2019, uh, they put it into the credit bureau. They put a secured lien. It is my understanding that's one of the policies. They put a secured lien in the credit bureau, and what I tried to do all the time while I was working in Thunder Bay, Ontario, was I wanted to pay off Scotia because I really had concerns with the things they were doing to me, just like putting that in the credit bureau, where it really affected my credit. And when I tried to make applications for other banks to pay off this Scotia, I was totally refused. And I did not know about this credit bureau thing till not too long ago, about a month and a half ago. I went to a bank to find out why am I always being refused, and the banker there was able to help me and said it's because in the credit bureau you have you have a report that states quite clearly that Scotia really damaged your credit by putting forward a secured loan on your credit bureau, and they did that on the 19th of September. So buyer beware that when you buy a vehicle that they do that. And as it was, I had a bad credit. I went in there because they said that even if you have bad credit, you're still eligible. But what they never told me was that if I bought this vehicle, that this was going to be done. And in fact, the place I bought it at Lakehead Motors in there said you would have to be on a late payment in order for them to put you on a credit bureau. And but I let them know, I let the Lakehead know that no, you don't have to. They can put that lien anytime, and they done a lot of damage to my credit. As I said, I had bad credit. In any event, in December of 2023, I contacted them. I told them that my EI would run out and all I would be getting pension. Now I asked them to see if they could lower my payments. That they did, and then the second thing I asked them if I could make a monthly payment, and they said, "Well, wait, we'll do the lowering and it came up to 241.10, and they said the only way we can do it is bi-weekly. We can't do a monthly payment, and I asked why, and they said if you do a monthly payment, it's going to cost you over $585 it's going to cost you monthly. And I said, well, I can't afford that. I asked you guys to lower my payment on a on a basis where on compassion basis I'm only going to have pension now. So the bottom line, yes, they did lower my payments to 41 bi-weekly, but they wouldn't agree. So starting of 2023 of January, I started making monthly payments, 482.20 monthly I was paying. But in the agreement I read later, and I had a lawyer on this matter, I later found out just recently I found out that each time I missed a payment, it caused missed payments on my credit bureau, and not only that, that they didn't take into account that I was sending 400 and it was 242 biweekly, so that's 484.20 monthly. I was paying. I kept paying them, and I was getting telephone calls. They wouldn't agree to the monthly payments. I just kept paying, and even to the fact where they took money from a bank that I was dealing with, and not only that, caused me NSF, and yeah, they were really hard to deal with. Buyer beware against Scotiabank. So the new thing that happened was when my lawyer got involved, they agreed again to bi-weekly payments, and then in March 21st, 2024, I contacted their collection teams. They put it even into collections, and even there's a question about that. They put it in on the 20th, and my payment was not due till I was one payment behind. It was not due till March 21st. Well, March 21st came. I was directed to collections. Collection agent said, "Can you go pay that 241.10 right away?" And I said yes. Again, I just want to make clarification. It was 482.20 monthly I was paying. And so I went to the bank to go pay 241.10, contacted the collection agents back, and they said, okay. So they said, you need to make arrangements now to do the bi-weekly payments so that this doesn't happen again. And they said, all you were late is that one payment. So they said you should be good to go. Contact customer service. So I did. On March 22nd, I contacted Scotia. I told them I made a payment yesterday, and the customer care worker was good. He said, "Okay, we'll set up the bi-weekly payments with my bank," and I did that. Well, he said the next payment will be due on March 4th. I mean April 4th, 2024, and I said, "Okay, that's good." And they said, "You don't have any outstanding payments right now. With the one you paid on March 21st, you're cleared up." So come March 4th was where the issue started again, was they never took the payment out. And and then I called the next day. I thought maybe it was because of the holidays, because the past weekend was the Easter weekend. So I thought, okay, well, on March 5th, I called, and I have letters, I have documents to prove what I'm saying. Well, by God, the lady I spoke to on March 5th was a customer service agent. Said the person that interviewed you, the customer care worker, to set up this bi-weekly payments, put in the wrong account. He says, and that's why it hasn't been paid. Do you want to file a complaint? And I said yes. So she wrote up a letter that I got from them, stated it would be escalated, and that they would investigate it. And anyways, so March 5th, she said the payment will take a couple days. So March 8th, according to my bank statements, the bank took the Scotia loans took 241.10 on March 8th. And then the lady told me March 18th will be her next payment, which is today. This is March 18th that I'm setting this. I'm going to upload this into YouTube. And anyways, March 18th come. Again, the payment was not taken out. And when I called the worker, they said it should be taken out possibly tonight. They told me so. As of now, they haven't taken that account. And each time they do this, of what they did on the fault of a worker, I was told there'd be no charges, and when I called today, I have a late payment because of what happened on March 4th, and it wasn't my fault. It was the worker's fault. The worker didn't enter my bank account properly. So, anyways, after 5 calls, I had a lot of issues too. Like I filed a complaint, as I said, with the OBSI. I filed a complaint with the president. I filed a complaint with escalated concerns with Scotiabank and to the Prime Minister, asking him for help, because the way they're dealing with me is every time I have a late payment, there's charges. And every time there's a late payment, it goes on notice with the credit bureau. And like as I said today, it's already been classified now as a late payment, because they were telling me to go pay for it in the bank, and I said no. I stood my ground. I told them they have to take it out of the account of what I was arranged. So buyer beware, be aware. That's the way Scotia is treating me, and I'm turning to the media because they're not resolving my issue. I even had a lawyer on it. Yes, they changed their attitude towards me, but they're still doing the same thing to me. And I'm letting people know, again, be aware of what Scotia is doing. What they're doing is not right, and I've turned to the Prime Minister's office to help me. I haven't received any response. I wrote a bunch of emails today, no response at all from any one of them. And my issue hasn't been resolved of the escalated concern that was done on April 5th. April 5th, it was escalated as a complaint. Nothing was done. So buyer beware. Again, my name is Paul Alberti, and again, please be aware. Okay, thank you.